Elizabeth, take two.
Take two.
Take two.
Hi, welcome to Losing Weight with Elizabeth.
Yay!
Honestly, it'd never be enough. I'm Elizabeth, and today we're going to be talking about the 10 common weight loss mistakes. And believe me, I have made every one of them on more than one occasion. You know, it takes a long time to learn from your mistakes, or at least it does for me. I don't know about anybody else, but for me. So what do you think is what was your, if you could say it in a sentence, did you have, what was your worst mistake, do you think, in weight loss? Anyone?
Not writing down what I eat.
Yes, not journaling. Absolutely, a big one right there.
Not
Yes.
exercising.
Not exercising, another really big one.
Not portion control.
Portion control, so out of whack.
Yeah.
Anything?
Going off the diet.
Yeah, going off our healthy lifestyle.
Yes.
Yeah. And just generally thinking nothing's off limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Really, I think
Just
that.
not thinking, period. That's,
Yeah. I'm very
Yeah.
lucky today because, you know, I get sick when I go off program. You know, because if I have chocolate, I will get sick.
So will I.
Or if I have like something greasy or, you know, deep fried, I will have indigestion.
Too.
So I think that that's a good thing, really. In the end result, that's a really good thing. So let's start with this. The first one is focusing only on the total number of calories consumed. What beside the number of calories should you be focusing on?
Fat content
Well, that would certainly be part of it,
and portions.
and portions. But what should the food be? Any food you eat should be
Healthy.
Oh,
healthy,
healthy,
nutritional,
not
You know,
processed.
You don't have
No
you
hamburger.
have 12 to 1,500 calories a day, right? So you can't, you know, use 300 calories on a, you know, candy bar
Or donut.
or a donut.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, when you have 12 to 1,500 calories, listen, you're going to have pizza, you're going to have cheeseburgers, you're going to have things. It's always going to happen. But in the meantime, let's try to eat as healthy as we can. Just a salad that I brought in, it's 30 calories for a cup. But if you put all the junk that they have in the bag on it, you know, the seeds and the craisins and the dressing, it took us over 200 calories for a cup. So it's not right. So when we're doing this, we have to actually count it to be healthy calories. And beside the fact that they should be healthy calories, what should they also be? Calorie
Worthy.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't eat anything you don't like. There's so many good food out there, so many good choices out there that you don't need to eat food that you don't like.
Right.
So, you know, and that is one of the things that I did do, you know, because all during the week I would really eat healthy. Then on the weekends I would eat unhealthy as anyone could possibly eat. You know, from espresso martinis to McDonald's cheeseburgers. So, you know that at McDonald's they have a Caesar salad now. It's more calories than the Big Mac.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, you know what it is to me? Stick to what you know.
Right, exactly.
You know cheeseburgers, I mean, you know hamburgers, you know. It would be like McDonald's all of a sudden making hot dogs.
Yeah, I
I'm a little
know.
stunned they don't.
I
Yeah.
am too.
Yeah, I'm a little stunned that they don't, but they don't. How about trying to out-exercise a bad diet? Oh, it
Doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work. You know what? I found an old journal, and I was I started going through it because what was not one I'd seen in so long, and I started looking through it, and I was so stunned because it would have all my food and everything that happened that week. It would be just Dear Diary pretty much, and then it would say 2 hours at the gym, 2.5 hours at the gym, 3 hours at the gym. I was going, oh no, I could never. I don't want to do that anymore. An hour at the gym is more than adequate.
Oh, yeah.
Half hour cardio, half hour weights. Well, 25 minutes weight and 5 minutes stretching or cooling down, whichever way you want to go. Just, that's plenty of exercise. But I was not, I was going to out exercise a bad diet because, I was on a diet. I wasn't on a healthy lifestyle change.
Right.
So this is one of the other ones, trying to lose weight too fast. Well, how many diets have you been on that you've lost weight fast?
Somebody else told me that
Many.
just the other day.
Many, so many
Oh,
diets.
my daughter, she said, I'm only losing like a half a pound a week. I said, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I was
It is,
so
right.
thrilled and delighted.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, you know what? And she's doing it on her own.
right.
So you got to really give it up to her. But that's the problem. No one realizes that's the secret to losing weight. A half a pound a week. Because that means that you will probably never have to lose the same weight again. Except for, I've had this 3 months where, things have not been going that well. And so I have a few pounds that I have to lose again. But I know it. I'm well aware of what to do, and I will do it. So yes, I'm just telling you.
Saying it out loud.
You say it out loud, it means it has to happen, right?
Right.
Or at least you wish it would happen. Here's the one I like too, is people love to, women particularly, men never say this, but women particularly love to say this, oh, I don't want to lift weights because, then I'll bulk up.
I think I
Yeah.
said that once.
You did. Does she look like she bulked up?
No.
No, but she has the best arms ever. She has Michelle Obama arms.
Oh.
But that's just from lifting weights.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not, her
Told
arms
arms.
aren't big.
Right.
In order for you to have big arms, or be like weightlifter stuff, you have to have a lot of protein, you're going to have all that powder, you're going to
Right.
have, I don't know what they do, really, honestly. And you lift, what did you say? You said it last week, heavier weights.
Yeah, right.
They're
Yeah.
not lifting, we're lifting 10-pound weights. We're not lifting, I went to 12-pound weights.
Really.
Right? And I said, yeah, I don't know. This did feel a little bit like I was bulking.
Too much muscle.
Yeah, that was really hilarious that I was thinking that. But at any rate, I decided to just stay with the 10 pounds and just add a couple reps. That's the thing to do. Because really, you just really want to, you really lift it. Why do you think men lose weight faster than women?
Or muscle.
Muscle. And muscle burns fat, burns more calories than fat does. And the fact that they haven't been on a diet every Monday of their whole life.
True.
I mean,
Yes.
honestly, isn't it true since
Yeah.
you were like little, since you were probably 15, every Monday you started a brand new diet?
That's the worst day to start a diet.
Why is that, do you think, Sandy?
Oh, I think because you set yourself up for, okay, I'm going to start on Monday because you think Monday's the beginning of your week, but you're also going back to work on Monday, and by Friday you're totally burnt out of everything and you're off your diet.
I call it Deprivation Monday.
Oh, that is good.
Because
That's
when
good,
you
yeah.
are having you're having your Sunday, and instead of having one pork chop, you have two. Instead of having, you know what I mean?
And then Monday you have no pork chop.
You have no pork chop.
Yeah.
And that's exactly right. You have celery and carrots and
Yeah.
or when we did the high protein diet, porterhouse steaks. The day before, of course, I was eating apples and strawberries and every fruit that I could think of because I knew that was the end of my fruit. That was the end of that diet for me, fruit. It's hard for me to believe that it was fruit that threw me off. I mean,
It is hard for me to believe too.
What, the fruit would throw me off? Why? I love fruit.
I know.
I
but
know.
Was it the portions of the fruit?
No, you couldn't have any fruit.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
It was the low carb or no carb. Or,
Oh.
Yeah, that would never work for me.
No.
I'm like a grape addict.
You can't do it long term. I mean, I've done those diets too, and I've had okay results. But once you go back to regular eating, you
Right.
gain it all back plus.
You gain it all back plus.
And you
that's
gain
what-
it back faster than you lost it.
Oh, you so gain it back faster than you lost it.
I heard that Americans have the worst diet in the world.
Oh yeah, the
I
majority
heard
of us
that
are obese.
On
Because we have more
PBS
processed food.
special.
More processed food.
Yeah.
I
Not
mean-
only that, but that we eat more carbohydrates than we need.
Oh, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And how
Sure.
about
And
more
the
beef?
portion sizes at the
Right.
restaurants.
Sizes
Right.
right up the
They're like
street.
for a family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. I know. That's true.
Right up the street from where we are right now is a restaurant where you get served a pound of pasta.
A
For
pound.
you. For you.
Oh,
I got, this was before I went on, was trying to lose weight. I didn't go on a diet, I went on a healthy lifestyle. I have to keep saying that. And I got fettuccine Alfredo with chicken and broccoli. So at least I had some vegetables in there. and when I got the plate, it was like the bowl that my mother would put on the table
Right.
for all of us. And I started laughing, thinking it was hilarious.
Peter and I used to call that place the hog trough.
Their food is very good, though, I will admit it. Anyway,
Yeah.
I, of course, brought it all home because we had had an appetizer. It sort of reminds me of Carmine's in New York City. You know, they
Yeah.
bring it, you know, but everything is family style. But
Right.
they're not, they're putting it, Carmine's is putting it in the middle of the
Right.
table.
Right.
Whereas this restaurant is just putting it in front of you. So anyway, I brought it home because we'd already had an appetizer, which was the size of, I can't even tell you. It was broccoli rabe sausage, and there was honestly a pound of sausage.
Wow.
So, you know, that's what we had for an appetizer, and like you need an appetizer, like you need anything after that. So I brought it home. We ate it 3 meals with it. 2 people
Wow.
ate. So we had 6 more meals out of just
Holy
my
cow.
Wow.
I've
Wow.
done that.
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because why do we? Because that's what I was talking to a restaurant owner, a chef, and he told me that's what people expect.
well, now, yeah.
Yeah, now we're spoiled.
And you look at when you don't get it, and you're like, what? It's so small.
So small. Just don't go to any French restaurants. They have not. They have not for 1 minute changed that rule. You still get those 2 little tiny baby lamb chops. You know, the little riblets, and then you get the 3 asparagus and the 2 finger length potatoes, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so hungry.
I also heard that in overseas that a lot of people are getting heavier overseas because they're doing the American diet.
I
Not
heard that
good, not
too.
good.
Yeah, I heard that too because McDonald's.
They have McDonald's up
there and
Weight loss
everything now.
companies are moving into China,
Right.
and it all coincided when McDonald's moved into China, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. I mean, the McDonald's and the Kentucky Fried Chicken places still serve rice and some of that stuff, but they also serve I mean,
Fried.
really, what's better than a piece of chicken from Kentucky Fried Chicken?
I know it's
So good.
It
I
is.
know. It really is good, but it's not good for you.
The sodium overload.
Sodium overload.
Is there chicken in there, actually?
I don't know.
Or is it
there's
just
a
that
little
crispy
piece
stuff?
I
somewhere,
just want
yeah.
the crispy stuff.
I
and I know
know.
they
That's the
kind of
best
almost
part.
sell it. Isn't like chitlins or something.
The outside,
Chitlins.
yeah, that coating is, yeah.
Yeah, those
Mm,
spices
very
are something else.
Yeah.
Okay, don't drink any diet soda. Absolutely do
No.
not drink any diet soda. Read the labels. You will, and then go to your computer and look that stuff up.
Right.
You will be stunned. They use it to clean up highways after accidents.
Not good.
I'm not even kidding you. And there's so many things you could drink instead. Club soda, you know what I mean? Just water, tea, cold tea, iced tea. I mean, iced coffee.
Right.
I mean, there's so many other things you could drink beside, Coca-Cola or, you know what I mean?
Right.
One of the colas. Let me not say Coca-Cola. As if the executives from Coca-Cola are watching me right now.
Right.
That, Elizabeth, just insulted our product. How about taking weight loss supplements. Oh gosh.
That's ridiculous.
That
so.
is ridiculous because, you know, all those diet pills that we took in the day that we got from the doctor. Lucille, did you ever take diet pills from the doctor?
I loved them.
Me
I-
too. Me too.
I would run around the house cleaning.
Our
Oh.
houses were never more spotless because we were going to a doctor, a real doctor, who would give us speed.
Yep.
Right.
So pretty much what it was, just plain old speed. Your house is spotless, but you weren't. But did you sleep?
Not very well.
No.
No. When I started seeing the furniture move, I stopped taking
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was it. No, for me it wasn't that. It was when I couldn't sleep. The doctor gave me the speed, but it was a big horse pill, and it had a time release Tuinol in it, which is like 30 Tylenol PMs.
Holy
And it
Oh,
was
mackerel.
wow.
time release. So like at 8 o'clock, it would I guess break open in your body, and you pass out.
You were
First of all,
good.
you had no food.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
food was absolutely, wasn't it like,
Ugh.
could never eat that.
Just smoke cigarettes.
Just smoke cigarettes
Yeah.
and drink alcohol.
Right.
Right.
cigarettes, alcohol, and speed.
Yeah, and, you know, and truly,
That
at
was
the,
the 70s,
My
at the
mother
time,
lived that lifestyle.
right?
I'll tell you though, and then so after 3 days of those pills with Tuinol in them, I started seeing the furniture move. And I couldn't be in a room that had
Wow.
one bit of light in it
Ugh.
because my eyes were so dilated. It was like somebody had a
Oh,
you know,
wow.
and I threw them away. I put them down the toilet, which is a really bad thing to do with your medication.
Mm-hmm.
And then I never took them again.
There was some really happy fish.
Well, you could have sold it.
Yeah, well, I could have
They
sold
could
it on
swim
the street.
upstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We killed them.
No, you really didn't even have. You didn't know. You just go to the doctor. He would just give it to you. There were
Yeah.
diet doctors everywhere.
Yeah.
Even, but this was my real doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and I needed to lose like maybe 15 pounds.
Yep, that's what they did.
Yeah, and that's what they did. Now the supplements now that the doctors will give you, I'll tell you one of them, you need to never take it. There's just bad things happen to you. None of these diet pills work. Someday, some diet pill may work,
But
right?
not for everybody.
But
It won't work for everybody.
and it won't work for everybody. But let's face it, the person who comes up with a pill that makes us not eat when it has most of the time. The reason we're eating is not because we always say, "Oh, I'm starving."
We
Yeah.
don't even know the meaning.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know the meaning. That's
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, but those are the words we use. We
Yeah,
don't
right.
use we don't use the simple words like "I should eat something now" or "It's time to have lunch" or "I'm feeling a little." This one lady says to me, "I'm feeling a little peckish."
Peter
And
always
I-
says, I'm getting crabby.
Who?
Peter.
Peter always says he's getting crabby. Oh, when you're hungry, sure.
Yeah.
Peter's saying, "What me? I'm never crabby." But you know, they're not checked.
Right.
There's no FDA approval on most of this stuff. Right now, there's a new one going around that everybody's doing, and they're taking it, and it's not FDA approved. You don't know what it's going to do to
Exactly.
you. Even FDA approved stuff. Have you listened to the drug disclaimers at the
Oh
end?
my goodness.
God,
Who has
yeah.
time?
Who has time to listen to the claim? Or you get a medicine that you have to take, and you're reading, and it's pages upon pages of stuff. I can't read it. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna have to think my doctor and my pharmacist must know what they're doing. That they're mixing. I don't have to take much medication, but you know, you get sick or something, you might have to take something. Here's another one that a lot of people do. They cut fat right out of their diet. Well, you know, you need a little oil in your diet because we need our joints oiled. That's pretty
Right.
much what it is. You're like the Tin Man, you know? So, but you cannot, if you're going to have oil, have good oil. If you're going to have butter, not
Right.
all those other
Margarine,
things. Because, let's not even
spreads
say any things
and-
because I'm already in trouble with the Coke people. But you know, you cannot think to not have just plain butter. And sometimes butter and bread, and a pat of butter. If you cook something in a pat of butter, it goes so far
It
to make
does,
such
yeah.
a good flavor. If you just do your garlic in a little bit of butter, what a difference that would make to your meal. So, it could be 50 to 100 calories. We were figuring it out today. If you have, let's say you're cooking for two and you have 2 chicken breasts, right? And you use 1 pat of butter at 100 calories. You're not getting all of it.
Right.
So, but it makes all the difference in how it tastes, and you need to have it.
Right.
Now, me, as much as I like that, I prefer to use my oils on my salad. So, that makes a big difference right there. So that's why I can't use butter. It's one or the other. You can't have both. But every now and then, a piece of Miletti's
Oh, yeah.
with some butter is like the biggest treat I could possibly imagine.
So
And let's
good.
think of it as just flour and water and yeast. I mean,
But it's so
But it
good.
tastes
it's
so
just
good.
They
I
make the
really-
best.
Please, I'm really grateful that I don't buy it anymore. And even when I do buy it, I buy the little tiny loaf. Yeah, it's really unbelievable. How about getting on the scale? Oh my God. Can we just get on the scale? If you must get on the scale and not get on the scale just with me, please get on the scale in the morning at the same time before you have coffee, and that'll be the end of it. I have people get on the scale every meal, after every meal, before every meal, like 7 times a day.
I have a girlfriend who travels with her scale.
Oh,
really?
my
Oh,
God.
wow.
But why would you want to do it 7 times a day?
Because
know.
you think everything's going to change. You, for some reason, you think what? You're going to lose 10 pounds by the end of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to happen. You're lucky if you lose 10 pounds in a month, and that's putting a healthy effort in. And that's 2.5 pounds a week. That means that you're giving up almost 8,000 calories a week. That's a lot of calories
Yeah.
to be giving up.
That's
Now,
a
if you're used to eating chocolate cake and, drinking soda and eating chips, if you gave up all that, it would probably add up to 8,000 calories. But eventually your body would catch up with that. And you start back down to the maybe pound. So, but, and the other thing is, sometimes it's not on the scale. Sometimes it's just in inches that you lose weight. So you should really measure yourself. You all have measures. Measure yourself, because imagine if you didn't lose weight, but you got on the scale, like they can see my scale over here, and you got on the scale and you didn't lose weight, but when you got home you measured and you'd lost a 1/2 inch in your waistline. Oh my goodness, wouldn't that be a joy? So why wouldn't you measure along with everything else? So as you're losing weight,
Right.
you can still see where you're doing a good job in other ways. 'Cause it's not always a success. It's not always on the scale. Just changing a habit, just becoming aware of a habit that you have, is what makes the difference right there. Oh, I love this one. Focusing on setbacks. Oh, come on. Why do we have to focus on the setback? All right, if you gained a pound or 2 this week, let's say you did, what good will it do you to be all mad at yourself? What will it do to you?
It just makes you
Make
more
you even
depressed.
more frustrated.
Discourage you.
Well, yeah.
It'll discourage you.
you and make you give up and say, well, I already gained a pound or 2, so I might as well have that brownie.
Might as well have
Right,
that brownie.
yeah.
Might as well have that cake. Listen, it's not like you're not gonna, I'm saying you can't ever have a brownie or ever have cake. I am saying, however, that you should never have a soda. I am saying that. But remember I told you about the carrot cake? Didn't even have any carrots in it.
Yeah.
I know. You'd think that would be the cheapest thing they could have put into a carrot cake mix was carrots,
Right.
dehydrated carrots. And instead it was just chemicals. Oh, and we talked about, last week, we talked about Kraft macaroni and cheese. Have you seen the new ads?
Yeah.
They're using only healthy stuff, no
Yeah.
chemicals, going
No
all
artificial
out.
colors, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to myself, well,
About time.
yeah, well, I think they just went back to the 70s
The
recipe,
original?
the original recipe, because it didn't taste like I remember when I tasted it.
Oh, did you buy it?
No, I just
Oh.
tasted it at a friend's house who was feeding it to their child.
Oh,
which
Quick
of course
answer.
made- Huh?
That was a quick answer.
Yeah. I was like, going, let me taste that.
Yeah.
I took a bite and I was like, oh my God, that's terrible. Just terrible. And here's the other thing. And I had a million excuses. I could have made an excuse every single day, every single week, why I gained weight. Sometimes the reason you gain weight are because you had salty food the day before or in days before, like you were saying about you. And then sometimes it's in your cycle that you'll gain weight. So that's okay. That's just what happens. And so we should not be, let's not make excuses. If you know that you ate, a half a chocolate cake, because that's how it works with a chocolate cake. You take a little sliver, right? You know this. Everybody in the room knows this exact thing. First of all, why'd you have a chocolate cake in your house? But let's just start with that. And
I've
then
been thinking about making one.
yeah, we'll make it with the black beans. Because they're so big. Really, honestly, most delicious cake you'll ever
Yeah,
have.
it is.
Same thing with the brownies. So delicious because they're dense. It's really good. Anyway, and then you slice a little piece off, and then you slice another little piese off, and then another little piece off, and before you know, you had a half a cake.
Before you know it, you're not even slicing. You're just there with the fork.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Please, I have people
Yeah,
that
you're
pull
right.
themselves right up to the refrigerator with the pie and just take the fork and start eating out of it.
Yeah.
You can't change everything. You simply cannot change everything overnight. You have to slowly do it. What do you think you should work on this week? What's your thing to work on? Do you have anything particular?
Writing things
Yeah,
down.
mine is
Journaling. I can't stress it enough. Most important. Because if you journal, what are you? You're aware.
More aware, yeah, right.
Yeah, you're just aware. It's so perfect to just be aware. All right, have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for stopping by. Have a healthy week. Yeah, going on a diet in the first place. There's the big mistake. Going on a diet in the first place. Don't diet, edit.